Hey Internet, Eric here. Welcome to week 4, thank God, the final week of Sharks and Schlock volume number 2. What that is it's a collaboration between a friend of mine, term is used very loosely, named Patrick over at Have Cheetah Will View. And what it is we like to collaborate with each other, challenge each other. He likes to send me shark films to watch and review, like really bad ones, and I send him really bad movies to review. And we try to see who gets the worst of it. Patrick told me he was like bringing out the big guns this week, and that asshole had a fucking cannon. This week, I am discussing Bigfoot versus Megalodon 2. Not the first one, the second one. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. This came out in 2023, I believe. Sequel to Bigfoot and Megalodon. Now, first off, I had no idea what this was. We have a rule here. Let me say this. We have a rule here with our collaboration where we're not allowed to watch the trailers, not allowed to watch any YouTube reviews or read any reviews, blah, blah, blah. All we're allowed to do is read the little blurb that's on IMDb and also see like the star rating. That's it. But I wanted to do a little research on the first film because if this is part 2, I need to know like how big of a size of turd I'm jumping into. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything like worthwhile on the first film. I knew it was bad, but anything worthwhile other than like YouTube videos or also written reviews saying this is the worst movie ever, bad CGI, blah, blah, the usual stuff. So I have no idea what's going on in this film that partakes to the first film, returning characters, what have you. And apparently this is a shared universe. A lot of these characters, I guess, are in multiple films from this fucking director and writer, same guy. BC-14. Like 2000 BC and the number 14 spelled out. Anyways, and I took notes. Now, and I never take notes when it comes to reviews or discussion videos, like I like to call them. I never take notes because I just want to, if it stuck out to me, I wanted to talk about it. If I forgot something, oh well, then I guess it wasn't that important when I did the review. If you saw my short that I did the other day, I said I had to turn this off within 5 minutes. I was not in the right mind frame before bed to watch this, and I said I have to take notes because there's so much wrong in this first 5 minutes. I need to. I know it's just going to get worse. And I don't think I've taken notes other than like when someone's involved in the project specifically wants me to review it. Like when Sonny Mahal wanted me to review Devil's Night. He's the producer of Devil's Night, and I took some notes there. Robert Lasardo, he's given me the screener of American Trash, wants me to review that. I'll take notes for that. I haven't taken notes since the Star Wars Holiday Special. So I only take notes when things are trash. So, spoilers, this movie's fucking garbage. Basic plot of this is, from what I can remember or put together, is that even though I don't know what's going on in the first movie or what's happened in the first movie, there's a group of space pirates led by Megalodon. And Megalodon is this giant shark-human half-breed. I don't know how he's created. Doesn't matter. And he and a group of space pirates are going from planet to planet, stealing riches, causing havoc. And the CIA or the space government or whatever the fuck they are in this movie has decided that they need the best agent to bring these guys down. Bigfoot. Like the Sasquatch. The Yeti guy. You know, who can fucking talk English. Speak English. I don't know. So basically what happens is Bigfoot teams up with some space dude who he's got some problems. We'll get into that. He teams up with some guy. They try to take down Megalodon, and I waste an hour and 12 minutes of my life. Okay, first off, this movie starts, like the literal beginning of this movie is a fight between Megalodon and Bigfoot. It's the fight from the end of the movie. And it's really just them making karate poses with each other. This whole movie is CGI. The entire movie is CGI. But the problem is the CGI in this movie is like it's straight out of like a PlayStation game. Like it's that bad. It's that dated. And this was 2023. So that's how bad this is. We're following Megalodon, who is the human shark guy. Crosco, who is like a talking wolf. Bartholomew, who is the Frankenstein monster. But he's not like Boris Karloff, bolts on the neck Frankenstein monster. He's not Frank from the Monster Squad. He's not even fucking Randy Quaid from the TNT TV movie. No, this guy looks like he's the love child of Mr. Hyde from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You know, that bad-looking CGI monster. And what the fuck is it? Belial from Basket Case. Like, those two things fucked, and out of the asshole came Bartholomew. And he's this stereotypical, dumb, grunting thing. So why would he be on, your team? Like, you make him sound like he's a fucking moron. Don't know how he can fly. Sure, he could be your muscle, but don't know how he can fly. So you have him. And then you have this evil clown, this big, fat, evil clown who looks like William Patterson. Ooh, I didn't think I'd bring him up. Have fun with that rabbit hole. Named Tickles. So those are the space pirates. So they're flying through space. And I know I'm in trouble because whenever Megalodon talks, he sounds like poor man's Frank Welker, Dr. Claw, I'll get you, gadget, that type of thing. His mouth does not sync up with the dialogue at all. And his jaw just literally goes. It's so fucking bad. And it cuts in between him doing that, and it's obviously PlayStation graphics, and then it cuts to what looks like a man, maybe in a suit. I don't fucking know. So I know I'm in trouble with that. And we are getting this whole spiel from him, and he's telling his buddies how, there's gold everywhere. We're going to have riches, as far as the eye can see. Now, what's really annoying in this movie is every time they talk about something specific, BC-14 decides to throw in a CGI shot of something. So if they're talking about gold, we get to see gold coins, pirate gold, blah, blah, blah. I think Bartholomew is talking about like he doesn't want to do it. And Tickle says, oh, what's the matter? Your tummy upset because you're scared? We see the inside of a stomach. We talk about, eventually we'll destroy the human race. We see a skeleton fall apart. This happens throughout the entire movie. Like literally maybe every 30 seconds we see something like that. It's fucking obnoxious. So we get to we meet the space pirates. And then we meet the good guys, I guess you would say. And I think, well, first off, they look like lame attempts at least the backup guys, the ones that aren't the lead. They look like they were rejects from the clone soldiers or the clone troopers from Attack of the Clones. And we meet the lead guy. His name is Holmes. And he tries to impress the ladies by saying, just, first name, John. Okay, we get it. John Holmes, you got a big dick. The problem is, with the dialogue, it doesn't sync up. It's bad enough when it doesn't sync up with Megalodon, but it doesn't sync up with these guys. What I mean is, you can't see their mouths because they're wearing the helmets. And also, I think they're also trying to, a mixture of the clone troopers and maybe Halo, or just a regular astronaut space mask or whatever. You can't see their face, but when they're moving like this. So it's like, you ever watch Power Rangers? When they're because what they did in Power Rangers, they took the Super Sentai, which was the original Japanese show. They took that footage and then they did voiceover work with the American actors. So lots of times they always moved like this, and they're trying to talk. They're over exuberant and flashy in their movements, and it never, fit with what they were trying to say. So that was really bad. So apparently Holmes is on probation. I guess his last mission caused some deaths, and no one wants to work with him. So there's a fight between these two guys. And the problem is, the fight, you have Holmes on one side and you have another guy on the other side, and they're fighting, their fists don't connect, and Holmes is literally just going. It's the same animation. and the other guy is just dodging like this. Fight ends. No one gets hit. Don't know how that fucking happens. So we cut to Holmes being told by his superiors that he's either going to prison or something like that, or getting kicked out of the academy, or he has to help stop the space pirates, Team Megalodon. But obviously, this is too big of a mission for just one person. So he literally has to go to some planet to find Bigfoot, who's been in hiding and has had reconstructive surgery. I don't know. Again, haven't seen the first film. He lands on planet Bigfoot or wherever the fuck it is. He finds Bigfoot in this cave. He's not white like an abominable snowman. He doesn't look more like Bigfoot. He looks like King Kong. Like, he looks like a really bad CGI King Kong. And his mouth hardly moves. It's awful. We cut to Megalodon. He's giving another worthless monologue, and he's talking about how, soon these us creatures will rule the world and rule all the planets, and we see like different creatures on the moon, and that's retarded. Well, I don't like to say the R word, but you know what? It's justified here. Bigfoot does speak English, and he like I said, he looks like a generic. Like, if you've ever seen the original cover of King Kong Lives, it's just a cartoon gorilla. He looks like that. There's also a subplot with Dr. Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein works with the Space Marines for some reason, and he knows that Bartholomew's out there, but he's also trying to do some type of experiment. He wants Bartholomew to come back. He's a bad guy, blah, blah, blah. It goes nowhere. Like, I guess this whole Dr. Frankenstein plot is trying to set up for the next movie. He's got an annoying henchman, I guess would be his Smithers, Mr. Smithers, and his henchman kind of talks like this, very slow, but like, even like William Shatner would talk, but like if he was hitting the head with a ball-peen hammer, and his brain's not working. It's so fucking dumb. Okay, yeah, Dr. Frankenstein wants to keep Bart alive. Okay, now Holmes meets Luna. Luna is some female space marine or something. Don't know where she came from. He's trying to mac on her. She's not giving him the time of day, but eventually she falls for him. Okay, let's see here. Awful flirting. My name is Holmes. John Holmes. Or you can just call me John. We get it. You got a big dick, like I said earlier. Okay, so basically, everything that we've seen so far, the only action we've seen from the Space Marines or the Halo guys, whatever, the clone troopers. Because every time we see Megalodon and Tickles and whatever the fuck the wolf's name is and Bartholomew, it's literally just the same animation in the cockpit. The scary close-up view of Tickles, the side view of Megalodon. It's all the same fucking thing. This isn't a movie, okay? You're reusing the same thing that you just used 2 minutes ago, and you're still splicing in those little animated, segments. So let's see here. Same animation. Okay, now we're getting to Holmes and Luna. They're starting to mac on each other. They're starting to fall in love. We literally see these two dumb fucks running through a field of flowers. They're running and skipping with each other. They're literally laying on the flowers, like, looking up at the stars, looking up the sky with their hands behind their heads. I'm waiting for this bitch to ask him to draw her like one of his French girls. This is so awful. And now we're getting to a lot of Bigfoot talk, because Bigfoot is now going to attempt to join undercover Megalodon's team because Holmes is busy trying to get his dick wet. And this is where it really comes out that I think Bigfoot is just a racist stereotype for black people, because it's the stereotypical hood talk. What up? I'm going to keep talking to me like that. I'm going to bust your ass. That type of stuff. Like it was Debo in Friday, talking and stuff. And it's so eye-rolling. Like it's not, they're not trying to be comedic in this. They're just trying to make it seem like Bigfoot is just this big giant black guy from the hood, and it's awful. Like, literally, he's like... And then, how does Megalodon convince Bigfoot to join their teams? You come on over and have some burgers with us. And, of course, we get that fucking close-up of a CGI hamburger. We get... Let's see. Something happens to their spaceship. They're attacked by spiders, gigantic CGI spiders. Like, you literally have spider decals on the screen. Like, not crawling over Tickles or Bartholomew. Literally spider decals on the screen. Fucking stupid. Okay. What was her name? Luna disappears. I don't know. Maybe I was distracted. Maybe I looked at, like, a notification on my phone, or my wife was talking to me and asking me why I was watching this stupid fucking movie. We cut to a scene where Holmes is running down through the flowers. Luna is gone. And this flying saucer is flying behind him, like, you know, the 1950s flying saucer, Ed Wood shit. It does this little tractor beam, sucks him up, he's gone. And then we cut to the aliens flying the fucking thing, and they're speaking their alien language. We have English subtitles, but they're going so fucking fast. I have no idea what they're trying to say. All I would make out from what they're saying is the aliens wanted to eat him, I guess. I did smirk once. There was a scene where Bigfoot is now part of the team, undercover, part of the team, and Megalodon is, you know, giving his whole villain speech, and Tickles literally says something, and we will rule the world. And then, you know, like he says it in this, like, you know, rolling his eyes, like we've heard this fucking thing before speech, and then Megalodon says, and we will rule the world. That got a little smirk out on me. All right, then we find out Luna's a robot. Okay, so John Holmes wakes up on the operating table. He gets out somehow. Luna is talking to the head alien, and I don't know why they abducted Holmes. If they said something, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't care. Then we cut to her going back to her room, and then she just turns into like this robot, like her skin opens, and we see like Terminator type parts of trying to be the Terminator, and then she ends up looking like the chick who's on the cover of Ex Machina. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it literally says, Luna is a robot, boring conversation with her and her alien boss. Okay, I don't know what happened, what causes the aliens to attack Earth now, because like they're blowing up Earth. Don't know, don't care. After that, we cut back to Dr. Frankenstein. You probably forgot about him, didn't you? And it's just more talk about whatever bad plan he has. It doesn't matter. So, Megalodon has now found out that Bigfoot is really an undercover spy. He had nothing to do. He doesn't want to join. So, there's this big, giant space fight, I think. Bigfoot's in his own spacecraft because, again, works for the CIA or... You know, I forgot, like, this is supposed to take place in, like, the year 4045. So I guess fucking, you know, Sasquatches know how to fly spaceships or whatever. Anyways, Megalodon makes this big deal about how we've got your old foes coming after you. And like I said, this is a shared universe. So we have close-ups of just, again, the characters literally right there in the cockpit, and that's it. Like a ventriloquist dummy, some weirdo-looking kid, a crab monster, and a couple other creatures that I can't remember. There's a shootout. That's it. So, like I said, I'm really lost. And like I said, I guess this shared universe is fucking big. But then, you know, something happens and who cares? Now, for some reason, I don't know how Holmes got on a hell planet. Now, I don't remember if he escaped from the fucking aliens, if they crash landed there. But he's on a hell planet and fights a dragon. Don't know why. He climbs a mountain, fights this big dragon. He fights the dragon with a laser gun, but the animation is like right out of Atari. And it's literally like pew, pew, pew. It's so fucking stupid. I don't know what's going on. Okay. We got like 15 minutes left. We still haven't had a Bigfoot versus Megalodon situation. Apparently, there's going to be this gigantic... I guess they're going to land on Earth. There's going to be this gigantic meteor storm that's going to destroy Earth, I think. And Megalodon talks about how he wants to see that before he dies. See that before he gets taken away or his life ends. Bigfoot literally says how he got to know Megalodon through this meeting of the minds or whatever it is, this fucking however many hours it took place in the show. He says, I'll put a good word in for you. Fucking stupid. So it's basically, then I guess there's a love fest between Frankenstein and Bart. Oh, Dr. Frankenstein gets a hold of Bartholomew, talks about how, I can help you, I love you, let's get back together, blah, blah, blah. And I guess Bartholomew disappears, flies off to go find him. I don't know what the fuck happened to the werewolf or Tickles. Let's see here. Oh, boss lady talks to some voice. Okay, so John Holmes has a superior. And she's just another person in a space helmet. For some reason, earlier we got to see her workout routine. And it was her walking on a treadmill. I swear this was like footage pulled out of like one of the Sims games. We got to see her work out and meditate. Anyways, I don't know how she landed on this planet. I don't know if she's looking for Holmes or looking for Bigfoot, but she's on like this forest planet, and there's like these two pillars. Okay, there's these two pillars, but there is like some weird, how do you say this? I guess you would say maybe an entrance into like another realm, because like we have these two pillars here, and inside we have like this blue wavy light or whatever. It looks fucking stupid. And coming out of that is a voice talking about, it says her name is Grace Sherwood. Don't fucking know. Obviously, world building. Convinces her to go in there. She goes in there, and then we cut away to a faraway shot of the fucking pillars and interdimensional portal thing, and we hear the boss lady screaming for her life. Okay. Okay. We finally get to the fight. There's 3 minutes left of Bigfoot versus Megalodon, and we get the karate poses. Now, the color in this scene is so bad. Like, you've seen the thumbnail. First off, there's no fucking pictures anywhere of the actual movie. Like, I like to use for my thumbnails pictures of the film. All I could find were posters. I literally had to take a screenshot of this from Tubi and put it on my phone. And the quality is so low, I had to brighten it. Awful fight. This is like Primal Rage, if you ever played that. Remember that arcade game? Kicks, flips, bad animation, goes on way too long, laughable, eye-rolling, and Bigfoot takes like a branch and he stabs Megalodon in the heart. And then we get this monologue. And it is, again, another close-up shot of the guy in the suit. Remember how I told you it goes back and forth between a guy in a suit, and he looks like he's got, Parkinson's, because he's literally going like this every time, and his mouth doesn't sync up. So you got him giving the monologue, but behind him is a CGI ground with literally a CGI blood splatter. So he gets, we don't know where he got stabbed. He must have got stabbed in the chest because his face is fine, but the blood is behind his head. And he's given this long, boring monologue, which is, he's also trying to rip off Rutger Hauer, his speech in Blade Runner. And I know it's that because he literally says, our memories will wash away like tears in the rain. Then the movie ends with Bigfoot staring up at the meteor shower and saying, wow, this was fucking cool, or something like that. That's the movie. This isn't a movie. This is garbage. You can't have a movie. It's like, you can't have a movie when you're showing the same fucking shots of your characters over and over and over and over, recycling the footage. I know Hanna-Barbera did that with like the background, but at least something was going on. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, it reused like 45 minutes of the Silent Night, Deadly Night 1, but it still had original footage. This was garbage. It's boring as hell, which is always the ultimate sin. I'll give it some leeway because Patrick dropped me into the sequel. Plus, I don't know, this could be part 50 of a goddamn, MCU type where there's like 200 fucking episodes. Because I know Tickles the Clown has his own spinoff. I know Bigfoot's been in. Let me look. Like BC-14. He is the writer and director of all this shit. He is known for Bigfoot's Movie Night, Part 3, Bigfoot versus Megalodon Resurrection, Dahmer and Frankenstein. What is it? Oh, hold on. I didn't click on that. BC-14. See, my computer doesn't even want me talking about this fucking thing. BC-14, you voiced Bigfoot. Fuck you. All right. Let's see. Bigfoot versus Megalodon 2. Bigfoot Goes to Hell. Manson and Dracula, Closer Than We Think. He has like fucking 10 movies a goddamn year. And then, it's easy to see how he can do that. Santa Saves the Universe. Bigfoot versus Krampus. Oh my god. Frankenstein Ruins Halloween. Santa Goes West. Tickles the Clown. Bigfoot versus Megalodon. I think there's one where it's like Bigfoot versus... No, that was Bigfoot Goes to Hell. Bigfoot versus the Illuminati. Trump versus the Illuminati. The Halloween Dragon. Fuck off. I don't know how this movie can get funded. I don't know how this movie can get released. When there's something like Batgirl that people wanted released. People put their heart and soul into. They attempted to make a good flick. And then Warner Brothers wipes their ass, doesn't release it, and uses it as a tax write-off. But Bigfoot versus Megalodon 2 gets released. Not just that, this fucking asshole, BC-14, has a career. He's making money somehow if he's getting these things released. Like, I get it. Wild Eye, like, there are people out there that like bad films. I like some bad films. Pumpkinhead 2. Love that fucking movie. It's awful. There are people out there that love trash. Wild Eye releases almost nothing but garbage. But there were a group of people that swore by... There's still some out there that swear by these releases. They're shit. Some people like Mark Polonia and his fucking brand, air quotes, of bad shark films. And then there's this. I don't understand how anyone can enjoy this. It's not so bad it's good. It's so bad it's painful. And Patrick, you won this week. Like, you actually liked Fart the movie, or you didn't mind it? No, you said it was cute, and I've seen worse. It's a movie about fucking people farting for 90 minutes. You still might have gotten the bigger end of the stick. I don't know, man. I do not recommend Bigfoot versus Megalodon 2. I do not. I just can't. Like, even in my heart of hearts, for people who like shitty movies, can't do it. A Ouija shark has a following. I don't get it. I don't get how this could have a following, and I hope it doesn't. BC-14 should hang his head in shame. I would be embarrassed if this was my movie. The end. So you happy, Patrick? You got yourself a rant. Barb will be happy. I'm done. I took my notes. I'm done. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Tell me, are you one of like the few people that like this film? Why? Why do you like it? Have you ever heard of it? Are you not interested? Or are you now interested because of what I've said? Coming up, I'm in the process of a move. As I've told everybody, I plan on having 2 more John Waters films up for John Waters June. Pink Flamingos, which... that can't be as bad as this. And that has Divine eating actual shit. And A Dirty Shame. And then we will be bringing back Watch What Now, my podcast with Melissa Hill. We will be talking Train to Busan. Me and Frenzy are supposedly going to have a stream next month all about John Hughes. And we're going to try to get Derek from the Yesterday's podcast on. And then the rest of the month is Jurassic July. Nothing but dinosaur films. Hopefully there's no dinosaurs that end with the words Don. Pterodon, any of that shit. Or else I got PTSD. Cheers.